Jokic is probably statistically, when it comes to overall game, the worst MVP winner.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode. Please support us by liking the video and subscribing. Our target today is 1,000 likes. Nikola Jokic is widely considered to be the frontrunner to win his third NBA regular season MVP this season, but Gilbert thinks he shouldn't have won the first two to begin with. The former NBA All-Star appeared on a podcast, Nightcap, with Hall of Fame NFL tight end Shannon Sharpe, where he stated his controversial opinion. The thing is, both Arenas and Shannon Sharpe agreed that MVP voting was flawed, especially early on in NBA history when players voted for the best player in the league. Both Shannon Sharpe and Arenas agreed Wilt Chamberlain, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and LeBron James should have won more MVP trophies in their careers. Arenas argued Jokic shouldn't have won the two MVPs because of his team's record during those years. According to him, a player has to do something extraordinary to capture the MVP trophy when his team is not at the very top. I normally disagree with Gilbert Arenas, but on this, I agree with him. I also don't get why Jokic should win MVP over Jason Tatum. It's an 82-game season, and winning should be an important metric. So that we're all on the same page, let's listen. What's your take on this? Please drop a comment, like, and subscribe. Our target is only 1,000 likes.
The executive believes that Jokic winning his third MVP in 4 years is not going to age well. I had somebody from another team who was saying you can't, in a historical context, you cannot give this guy 3 MVPs in 4 seasons. Basically, his take was like, that's not going to age well. But Jokic's been dominant. Gil, 26.5 points, 12.3 rebounds, 9 assists, 1 steal, 1.3 steals in 73 games. He's shooting 58% from the floor, 34% from deep. If he brings home his third MVP, he brings home his third MVP. Just because you guys effed it up and wouldn't give it to guys that Jordan probably should have 7 or 8. LeBron should probably have 6 or 7. Other guys, that ain't their fault. But here's the problem that you had, Gil. Until 1981, players voted for the MVP. Let's just think it for a second. People at home. 1 year, Wilt Chamberlain averaged 44 points and 27 rebounds, and he finished 8th in the MVP voting. I want you to hear me again. He averaged 44 and 27 and finished 8th in the MVP voting. The year that he averaged 50 and 25, he did not win the MVP. So you have players like, if I don't like you, I ain't voting for you. So you see what happened prior to the 80s? Players voted for the MVPs. So now you got the writers, and so maybe Wilt should have. The man had 500. What do you have? I think he had 551 consecutive double doubles. Yeah. We're applauding Sabonis for having 54. The man went damn near 5-6 years and had double doubles. Yep. He never finished the season with less than 18 rebounds in a season. He averaged 23 rebounds for a season for a career. So he probably should have more. And then you wouldn't be upset that Jokic has the potential to win 3 and 4 years if they had done it right. So you wouldn't be mad because Jordan would have 7, and you say, well, damn, he get 3. He only 2 behind Jordan, and he's 28. That means he's only 1 behind LeBron. He's only 28. He's only this, and that's not his fault. That's not his fault that y'all messed it up.
I got to use your language, that 1964 language. Those mofo jive turkeys, like you're right. They screwed it up, and you can't rewind it back. Like, no. I understand both sides. One side, the fact that they're having the discussion that they can't give it to him, that is disturbing, which means you've been doing this the whole time.
Thank you. Thank you.
You've been penalizing people the whole time to protect who?
Historical.
And what, right? Who have you been protecting and what have you been protecting? Because you've been doing it. We know Jordan should have 7. So who? He should have 3 in a row. Were you protecting Bird's 3 in a row by not giving to Michael Jordan, right?
Or LeBron?
LeBron should have had some. Shaquille should have had some.
Yes.
Kobe has one. Now I do understand when they say this about Jokic. Jokic is probably statistically, when it comes to overall game, the worst MVP winner. He is the worst MVP winner in the last 40 years.
Why you say that?
When you're talking about MVP, the guys outside of first and second place, their teams was first and second place. The people who won the MVP, their teams was first and second. When Jordan won it, his team record, they were 7th in the NBA. That year, he averaged 35, 6, 5, 3 steals. All-Star MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, scoring title, steals leader. That was the MVP. Historic year. Makes sense, right? That makes sense. When Westbrook won it, his team had the 10th best record. Triple-double.
First time since Oscar Robertson in
He did something amazing. His team was 10th, but he did something that wasn't done since Oscar Robertson. When Jokic in 2021, Jokic's team was 5th. He averaged 26, 8, and 10. What was the historic part of that? There was no historic. Oh, the big man almost had a triple-double. Let's give it to him. That's what the narrative was. A big man almost won the triple-double, and they gave it to him when his team record was like that. His second MVP, his team was tied in 10th place. 10th best record in the NBA, 27, 8, and 13. What was historic about it? The two people before him had an amazing season. When you're talking about historic, Magic, team's first place, second place, first place. Jordan 7th, second, 1-1. Bird 1-1. His team was first place every time he won it. LeBron first, 4th, first. Jokic 5th and 10th. That is. They did that.
Yes,
they did that, and it ain't his fault. He didn't vote for himself.
Right.
You did it. So either you're gonna correct it or keep fucking it up.
Yeah. When Jokic probably said, "Don't correct it on my watch."
Because
don't pick my season to use whiteout and make a correction.
Yeah. So look, his first 2 ones, he probably shouldn't have had those. If you go by history, last year, that should have been his, shouldn't have been Embiid's. Jason Tatum team has been 1. He's been the best player. He's averaged 30. He's had the number with the rest of history. That was his MVP. Mm-hmm. Now, Jokic is sitting in first with great stats, right?
And you go win it.
Now, you know what I mean? Now you're sitting there like, well, shit. I mean, we done cheated for him the last couple of years, so we got to give it to him this year. So when you look at the history of this game, right? How Jokic won his MVP has never been. It's like we're dumbing down.
Right.
We're dumbing down the game for a narrative.